Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abul Arifin. I'm from C class. In this occasion, I want to answer the midterm examination question from Twin Tower Scientific Integration course. Okay, the first is, what do you know about integration of Islam and science? The answer is, the integration of Islam and science refers to how Islam teaching encourages the pursuit of knowledge and scientific understanding. In Islam, science is not separated from religion. Rather, it is seen as a way to better understand the creation of Allah. In Quran Surah Al-Mujadilah verse 11, many verses in the Quran invite humans to observe nature, reflect, and use reason. This shows that Islam supports scientific development as long as it aligns with moral and ethical teachings. Okay. The second is, mention and explain Muslim contribution to biology. Muslim scientists made significant contribution to biology, especially during the Islamic Golden Age. Example is Al-Jahiz wrote Kitab Al-Hayawan, Book of Animals, discussing animal behavior and environmental adaptation. Ibn Nafis discovered pulmonary blood circulation. Al-Dinawari, known as the father of Arabic botany. Avicenna or Ibn Sina wrote the Canon of Medicine, which included biological and anatomical knowledge. And the last is Al-Razi made advancements in medicine, anatomy, and understanding of disease. And the third, explain about the information system in Al-Quran and Hadith. The answer is, the concept of information system in Islam refers to organized and systematic method of managing knowledge through revelation or wahyu, documentation, preservation, and transmission. Al-Quran as a data source contains divine knowledge revealed over 23 years, addressing law, ethics, history, and science. Hadith as support system explain the complement of the Quran. It records the Prophet Muhammad saying, action, and approval. Preservation. Early Muslim use oral memorization or hibs and later documentation to prevent data loss. And the next is processing and dissemination. Scholars use clarification and authentication methods or like sanad and matan to verify and distribute hadith. This reflects how Islam implemented structured information system centuries ago. And the fourth is, mention and explain the miracle of pattern of numbers in the Quran. The Quran exhibits numerical pattern that many consider miraculous. Example is, the word day or yaum appears 365 times, same as days in a year. The word month or shahr appears 12 times, equals to months in a year. And the words man or rajul and woman imro'ah but appears 24 times. The balance between opposite like life and death and good and evil appear the same number of things. This pattern suggests a divine structure behind the Quran's wording. And the fifth is, explain about math science in the Quran. The answer is, math in the Quran appears in several ways. The first is inheritance law, Surah An-Nisa, detailed mathematical division and inheritance. Zakat calculation requires percentage-based math, 2.5% of savings. Lunar calendar and time calculation based on moon cycles in Surah Yunus verse 5. Patterns and repetition in verses can also be analyzed mathematically to show that Islam uses math in daily life, law, and worship. And next, the sixth, explain about biological science in Al-Quran. The Quran discuss biological processes. The first is human creation from a drop of fluid, Surah Al-Mu'minun, verse 11, verse 12 until verse 14. Embryology describes state of fetal development. Sex determination comes from male sperm, Surah An-Najm, verse 45 until 46. Plant and reproduction, Surah Toha, verse 53. This description allied with modern biology, even though they were revealed 1,400 years ago. Explain about environmental hygiene in the Quran and Hadith. Islam emphasizes clean lines. Quran Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 222. Indeed, Allah loves those who are constantly repentant and loves those who purify themselves. Hadith, cleanliness is half of faith. Hadith riwayat Muslim. Instruction on wudu, ablution, and ghusl or bathing promote personal hygiene. Waste management and not polluting water source are also taught by the Prophet. And the 8th, explain about water, plant, and tree in Al-Quran. The Quran gives special importance to nature. First is water, described as the source of life, Surah Al-Anbiya, verse 30. Plant, mentioned in context of blessing and sustenance, Surah Yasin, verse 33 until 35. Trees, symbol of paradise and mercy, Surah An-Nahl, verse 10 until 11. This element show Allah mercy and the importance of preserving the environment. And the last is the 9th, mention the explanation about clothes and wines in Al-Quran or Hadith. Clothes, mentioned in Surah An-Nur, verse 43. Allah describes the formation of clothes and their movement. Wind, Surah Ar-Rum, verse 48. Allah sent wind as good tidings before rain. These natural phenomena are signs of Allah's power. Hadith, the Prophet would make dua when he saw dark clouds or felt strong wind, indicating humility before nature. Okay, that's all my answer. Thank you for your attention. If I have so many mistakes, I'm sorry. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.